Hello, everyone. We're at Coinvention 2019 in Philadelphia. My name is Maureen Murat. I am an attorney and I'm principal at Crowdy Advisors. And today we have...
Hi, I'm Klayman. I'm also a lawyer.
Right. We will try not to bore you, but we just wanted to kind of just, say hello. We haven't seen each other in a while. How are things going? How are you navigating the crypto blockchain world? I feel like it's evolved a little bit, in a good way, I think, but how are you navigating that?
I'm loving what we're seeing now.
Right.
I mean, we're starting to see after a time period of, I think, static. It seems static, at least on the outside, that actually things were going on beneath the surface.
Yeah.
And I think it's really exciting to finally see, the block stack, Reg Plus, to see Facebook and Libra, all these things, no matter what you might think about them, something's happening.
That's true. I agree. I mean, and one thing that I have heard about the Libra coin, aside from all the issues, I think it's also definitely brought to the forefront this idea that, cryptocurrencies are a thing, and someone who might not have heard of it because of whatever reason, because they're on Facebook, now that is something, they're helping with the education and awareness around cryptocurrencies and blockchain. So to your point, whatever you feel about the actual coin, I think the fact that it's out there, that more people are learning about it is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, and even if you look at the discourse, what they were saying, the SEC is going to be meeting with Congress and stuff to discuss it. I mean, no matter how you feel about that, the discussions are being had and it's being surfaced. So I just think, I sometimes say, I always think we're at the center of the universe, and of course we are. Right? But the universe is expanding, and like you just said, the more people become familiar with it, the more discussions that are had. I mean, it's really exciting to see it evolve.
Right, I agree. And I mean, the other thing is I've noticed that, in terms of the different types of projects and the clientele that I guess I'm attracting has also changed a little bit. I think there was a time where people would approach you with these different ideas and just have an idea. Whereas I feel like now people are approaching me with ideas that have been thought out, and maybe they're not ready to go to market, but they've been thought out. They've written some things down, and so it's, I guess, mature in a way.
So I totally agree with you about the maturation of the industry, and that hopefully people now realize laws apply.
Right.
But I do have to say, I think maybe some of the change in the people who are approaching you is just because you're known. So probably people who have better thought out ideas are like, I know her, let me come to her for guidance.
Oh, I mean, I didn't think of that, but yeah, that could be, that could definitely be the case. And I know that LinkedIn has probably had a lot to do with it, because I feel like there was a time where I wasn't really on LinkedIn that much. I only used it to look for a job, but that's also evolved into its own social media giant presence, I guess, and I think it's really helped in getting known and getting out there. So I appreciate that. So how about what's going on in New York? How do you see that scene kind of going? I know in DC, I feel like we're at a point where we're seeing the same people, same faces over and over again. And I guess it's a good and a bad thing. It's good in that people are sticking with it, right? But it's bad in that there are no new faces, no fresh ideas. And so I kind of feel like it's getting a little stale in the DC market, if you will. But do you feel the same way about New York? Do you think that it's kind of getting that way, or are you?
I mean, so that's a great question. I guess it being New York, there are always new faces, right? And I think in some ways having some of the same faces is a good thing, because it means that even if what they started with didn't quite work out, they haven't given up and they've sort of refined the idea, to your point. But I do see new entrants just in terms of more and more institutional folks starting to get involved or starting to show a meaningful interest. Now, again, as with the earlier comment, you may like that, you may not like that, right? But yeah, I think definitely the flavor has changed over the past couple of years. I hope, though, that we'll begin to see more innovative crypto native projects again.
Right.
And that everything won't become the traditional institutionalized model.
I agree. I'm with you on that because I think that's what gave the community life. So to kind of snub that out with the institutional, players would be kind of a disservice to the whole point of creating the community to begin with. So hopefully, even though we do want institutional players because I think that helps with adoption and all that as well, but to also, leave some room for the little guys. So I'm with you on that.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the ICOs, say whatever you will about them,
right?
Right?
Right.
Or as they become security token offerings, or I guess they always were, we just...
Right. Right.
But, a lot of people said, listen, one of the reasons for this is the VC model doesn't suit everyone, right? And there are a lot of great projects that are looking for capital that haven't been able to find it, and this is a new way.
Right.
So I think, I hope that doesn't go away. I mean, I hope people comply with laws, right?
Yes. That's important.
But I think it would be very disappointing if we ended up, after all of this, creating something that was an exact model of the prior model.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you totally. I don't have anything to add to that. Is there anything else that you wanted to maybe share, or?
I guess a disclaimer, which is that.
Oh yeah, we should have said that at the beginning.
Right. Is legal advice.
None.
Or investment advice, or on behalf of our firms or companies or anything.
Right.
But no, thank you so much, Maureen, for having me on, and it's a pleasure to see you.
Same here. It was great to see you. I feel like I've seen you a lot, but it's probably just been mostly online. Because I think the last time I saw you in person might have been last year, maybe in the spring at the Hispanic Heritage Foundation. Yeah. So it's been a while, but it's always a good thing to see you. A pleasure to see you, I should say. Yeah. And I know you're tired, so.
Not because of you.
Right. No.
Airline travel.
So
don't get any wrong ideas.
Right. But thank you for coming on, and thank you for sharing with us. And hope to see you again soon.
All right.
And thank you. Yes. And I guess if they wanted to find you, how could they find you? Got to tell you that part. I don't know if you want to be.
Probably the best way is on LinkedIn.
Right.
Joshua Ashley Klayman, or on Twitter, it's Josh_blockchain. My law firm is also called Linklaters. So if you can spell it, or if you want to spell it, it's Linklaters. So if you Google it, you can find me there too.
Okay, great. See ya.